A group I've loved rocking out to and won't stop falling in love with. A 3-time award-winning alternate rock project all the way from London, England. Powered by heavy guitar, colossal drums, dynamic vocals, crafted melodies, delivering a mature sound. And now they're here with me, right here. Actually, who do I have here?
Hey, so I'm Jim from Electric Enemy. I am the lead singer, lead songwriter, and actually, I sort of play everything when it comes to studio.
He's a man.
And record it.
All the talents in his fingies.
It's simply because I don't know how to do anything else.
Oh, Jim, come on. What are you talking? No. Electric Enemy. I really gotta know, and I gotta get an origin story. This is how I want to start them all here. It's the best way to do it. How and when did you come together and form Electric Enemy? Don't keep us in the dark now.
I'm still afraid of the dark. I know there's nothing there, but that is why I'm scared, so scared.
Basically, Electric Enemy is my project, and over the years, I've had some fantastic musicians and collaborators who join me sometimes in the studio, sometimes live. So for album number 1, that was mainly in the studio and live. Whereas this latest album, The Dark in You, I took it upon myself to record, mix, write, and play everything. So basically what I'm trying to say is that I'm a terrible control freak.
Basically what you're saying is there is no other members. It's you superimposed on other people, and it's just you cut your face out and put other faces and you do it all.
Damn it, this guy knows everything. Well, actually, so the current live band setup includes Roddy Bailey on drums, who's a very old friend of mine, fantastic drummer. My partner, Violet Varigo, on guitar.
So that's how the band came together. It's not just all him. What is the meaning behind the name Electric Enemy?
That's a very good question. So I'm going to give you 2 answers.
No.
So yeah, dos respuestas por tus preguntas.
What did you call me?
A wonderful man.
Oh.
And basically, the first answer is this. Electric Enemy stands for going up against all of these things that are destroying our society, these, the things that may unite us in a lot of ways, social media, whatever it is, all of these things that take us away from being human. The second answer is we came up with a whole bunch of names, and it was the one that sounded the least rubbish.
Yeah. Oh, so you have a bunch of names. So if Electric Enemy was already taken, what were some of the backups? What was the plan B?
Wow. Do you know what? No one's ever asked this. And actually, one of them was repurposed in a band that my partner, Violet, was also in with a very good friend of mine who also every now and then plays bass for us, John Armstrong. They called themselves Pet Puma, and that was like synth pop. One I had was Crooked Mary.
Ooh.
And actually, before we were called Electric Enemy, we had this really bad reveal, kind of like a low-budget pop idol situation where you go, and now introducing the brand new version of Electric Enemy. Well, at the time it was actually Duke of Wolves, which sounds like a pub.
Wolves. There's a lot of wolf band names out there.
Too many. There's too many electric ones as well.
Duke of Wolves.
Duke of Wolves.
No, I like Electric Enemy instead.
Do you know what? It's kind of, I reckon that every band who's come up with one of their names, they all secretly think that the name is rubbish.
Yeah.
The only band that I think can really hold on to their band name and kind of be like, that is a cool band name, probably Queens of the Stone Age. One of your local guys, probably Cleopatra. I think that's a really good name.
That's a good one. Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, honestly, I think most bands hate their band names. I think it's always like the lesser of the evils.
Yeah. I recently, well, not recently, a few years ago, I interviewed a band called Harm and Ease.
Okay.
Harm and Ease. I always thought that was one of the best band names ever.
That is great.
Dr. T exclusive.
What are some of your biggest inspirations in music? Like, where do you get your sound from?
Yeah, so my favorite band of all time, basically, I think that what you're forced to listen to in the back of the car when you're a kid, that plays a lot into...
Tom Petty.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you heartbreaker. And for me, that was it was the Beatles and the Beach Boys and Led Zeppelin and the Doors and stuff like that. A lot of Otis Redding, a lot of Motown. Beatles will always be my favorite. I mean, Muse, them, Queens of the Stone Age, that would be the dream in terms of supports, you know?
One of these days, you never know. I mean, Electric Enemy opening up for Muse, that's not too far out there. You guys are climbing the ladder right now, so.
Do you know what I mean? It doesn't seem insane.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna vouch for it.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt Bellamy, do you hear me? Hear this. Those are your muses. Who or what is the biggest foe of Electric Enemy? I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Do you have any arch rivals or nemesis?
I can safely say no one has ever asked me that before.
On the name, bro.
Tell you what. Yeah, I know, right? Like, literally, I should have thought of this. I'd say it's more ideological. I'd say that, prejudice, people with too much power, people who don't want other people to live, to kind of lead their lives happily, free. Anything that goes against any form of equality is probably the biggest enemy of Electric Enemy, I'd say.
Noted. What are some of the biggest stages that you've played recently, as of recent?
Festival-wise, I think the biggest thing was main stage Isle of Wight Festival.
Oh.
That was pretty cool. I did a European tour acoustically as the support act for Jerry Cantrell of Alice in Chains.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, that was genuinely fantastic because we found out about 2 days before going on tour that we got the gig. And we were like, oh, wow, okay. And me and my manager just got on the phone to each other and we went, oh, my God, it's a full, nearly a month European tour. And, not always finances are immediately available. It's not kind of like, okay, get the Rolls-Royce bus out.
Yeah, let's get our plane, the Electric Enemy.
Yeah, let's get the plane. Yeah. Instead, what we realized would be the most economically viable option was for me to basically interrail around Europe. So I took myself on my own on the train all around Europe, supporting genuinely some of the loveliest people I've ever met in my life. I arrived in Zurich on the first day, like Paddington Bear with a little Gibson guitar on my back they've supported the band for a very long time, so big up Gibson. But turned up and Jerry Cantrell himself just walks right up to me, shakes my hand and says, hey man, I'm Jerry. It's really nice to meet you, and if you need anything, just let me know. And I was just like, you are lovely. And then after that, Gil Sharon, who plays for Marilyn Manson, amongst other people. Wow. Jerry Pasciato of the Dillinger Escape Plan. All of these different members. Everyone in that band was some kind of a superstar. And they were just so nice. Which is why whenever anyone asks me, what's your biggest tip to a new band, it would be, don't be a dick.
Dr. T exclusive.
You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar when I met you.
So I'm gonna need to say it in legalese just in case, because of emails and what they do. So I heard a story about a band who covered "Don't You Want Me, Baby," with wink wink nudge nudge, say no more, and they sent an email to someone who might have been the management of the original band, Human League.
Yeah.
And but I can't confirm if any of this is true or false. And they sent an email, something to the tune of, "Hey, one of our favorite songs. So excited that we've covered this. It would be awesome if you wanted to get involved in any way whatsoever. Love your work. Again, one of the favorite songs. I hope you like it." And then this manager may or may not have responded to the email saying, "Hi, thank you for your email. I would like to tell you that we have no interest in this, full stop, none whatsoever, full stop." But like, I think that's hilarious. I think that that's almost better than like, "Yeah, we'd love to get on board."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think your cover is almost, if not better than the original. So
That's very kind. That's very kind.
definitely. I also think you would kill at some Aerosmith, the Beatles, Black Sabbath.
I don't think I've ever done a cover of an Aerosmith song. It's not because I don't like them. It just...
They're a hard band to make your own sound into, yeah.
I think so, yeah, because you need to have the Steven Tyler, the "Don't wanna fall asleep, dream out," and on the end of everything it's the yeah. But no, I mean, Beatles, I could play all day, every day.
You just break it out with "Bang Bang Maxwell's Silver Hammer came
Went down upon his head. Yeah, like, it's funny, I can't do a very good impression of young Paul McCartney, but I could do an alright impression of older Paul McCartney.
Alright, let's hear it.
So, Taylor, baby, I don't really know if you wanted to talk about any of this with me. But I just wanted to say that it's just such a fantastic opportunity to be here on this program. Yeah, rock and roll.
Wow, I am humbled by that. I just had Paul McCartney on the Dr. T show.
Hey, baby, anytime.
Yeah.
All right, enough of the others' music. Let's dive back into yours.
Let's do it.
The Dark in You, your latest album that just dropped over the weekend, had some of my favorite tracks of yours, like Trouble, The Dark, Stop Falling in Love, Jealousy, and Harder Than It Should Be. All of them, the whole album, start to finish. Those are just some that I chose out of them. Do you have any fun stories behind the recording of Dark in You? Like you said earlier, it was recorded, looks around these parts, around there. But, was there any stories that came from the album?
Yeah, 100%. So basically, after the release of the first album, I kind of thought, right, can't just do the same exact thing again. Like riff and big harmony and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of thought, right, I want to do something a little bit different. So I came up, for the first time in my life, I thought ahead. Which was very, very painful on the synapses, big strain. And I kind of thought, right, wouldn't it be cool if we did 2 EPs that eventually became an album? So the first EP was called You, and we had the album artwork before I even started, and we kind of did like this puzzle piece thing where if you go back and listen to that, you can kind of see that the image of the total EP is broken up into smaller pictures. Did the same thing for The Dark. The whole thing was recorded at the time. So now I'm in the other room because there was so much building going on in the building next door. But I recorded the entirety of it in my bedroom studio. I played all the bits, programmed all the instruments, sang all the parts, apart from the super high parts, which Violet sang, mainly in her pajamas with no warning whatsoever. But it was very, very cathartic because I just kind of thought, right, I've always wanted to do a quote-unquote kind of concept album. And this particular thing, so obviously, first EP, You, second EP, The Dark in You. That's where that all, exactly, merges together. And I know, just this big moment of wow. And having it all come together, the idea was meant to be that You was all about very young emotions and kind of all of these feelings. And originally the whole album was going to be kind of each track was going to be called a certain emotion. But at a certain point, you need to decide whether it's better to stick fully to the idea or adapt if you get a good song. And I got a good song or two here or there, like You, which is, for example, is one of the love songs on the album. And it's very rare for Electric Enemy to do a love song. But in a typical Electric Enemy format, it is somewhat depressing in the sense that it's kind of a depressives love song, to the point that it's like the world sucks and it still sucks, but it sucks a little bit less with you. And, you know, you could be someone who you love, or it could be, I don't know, the crutch that is your addiction, or it could be your dog, you know, whatever.
Be karaoke. That's my addiction.
Oh, absolutely.
Can't shake it. I'm having the shakes just thinking about it. You can listen to The Dark in You right now, along with all their other tracks on Spotify and all major music platforms. Find tour dates and buy their merch on electricenemy.co.uk and follow them on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok at Electric Enemy. Watch their music videos and subscribe to them on YouTube at Electric Enemy Music. While you're at it, come on, you know, get to it. Hit the like button on this video. Subscribe for more exclusive interviews. And how about you, Jim? What's been on your mind?
Hey, I'm Jim from Electric Enemy, and I'm wishing you all of the best and probably make it harder than it should be on the Dr. T Show, the best show on the internet.
Come on, man.